Change negative interaction cycle to a positive cycle in order to save your marriage. Sometimes relationships can feel like very tough work. What was once a joyful and easy engagement with mutual compassion for one another can easily turn into an exhausting exchange of arguments and complaints, as well as a sense of dissatisfaction and deprivation. This is due to communication issues in marriage. Many people do not know how to save your marriage when things start to become rough. Usually, a marriage fails when there is negative communication between two people or no communication at all. Signs of bad communication in a relationship. Before you learn about communication problems and their solutions, you need to be sure if you are having issues because of a lack of communication in a relationship. Mentioned below are signs of negative communication. 1. Your conversations aren't deep. Do you remember the days and nights where you used to stay on the phone with a certain person for hours and still felt like you wanted to talk more? Losing topics to talk about and having no deep conversations is worse than no communication in a relationship. If you feel that you talk to your spouse like a polite cashier at the grocery store, then you need to bring back the spark in your relationship. 2. You don't ask each other about their day. How was your day today? Is the simplest question to ask your loved ones, and as questions that show love and care both. This shows that you are actually concerned about the ins and outs of what they do when they are not with you, and it also gives you something to discuss. Not asking about your spouse's day is a common communication problem today. 3. Both of your talk more than listening. It is not a bad thing to be heard, especially if all your partner does is talk about him or herself on and on. However, this can be a two-way thing, and maybe your spouse feels this way about you too, which is why you cannot hold conservation, and you can never accomplish this when you are too busy pushing your own agenda forward. 4. You lose temper easily. The most critical sign of poor communication in marriage is that every question being asked by your partner elicits a snappy and negative response that can make the conversation become worse. This response can be due to the fact that you and your partner are harboring some deep resentment about the condition of your relationship. If you're in the state of being pissed off constantly, then there is something wrong at the heart of your relationship. 5. There is a lot of nagging. Losing patience at the smallest thing is bad enough, but it is an entirely different issue to go out of your way and drive the stake a little further by nagging. It is not okay to nag, and this is the main barrier to effective communication in marriage. How to fix lack of communication in a relationship. A relationship without communication is not a relationship, it is just two people holding on their vows and compromising their happiness. In order to turn your negative interaction cycle into a positive one to save your marriage, you can start communicating more. In order to do that, you must follow the tips mentioned below. Prevention is the best thing you can do for your relationship. Right from the beginning, you can make sure to work towards the issues and discuss them. Start from small talks. Ask your partner if they are happy with the relationship, and if you notice something that upsets you, kindly point it out. Ask questions, as the best way to make your partner open up is by asking the right question. These questions include, did I upset you? Did I do something that bothers you? Etc. Don't ever take it lightly if your partner is upset with you. Give them the space they need and then ask when they have calmed down. Try to communicate on deep topics regularly, discuss the future, plans you have with them, and plan trips to get away from the busy schedule. Find out what triggers your partner and avoid doing those things. With the above tricks, you can fix a lack of communication in marriage right away. Understand your partner and then make sure you avoid the things that can push them away. Marriage is a tricky business, and you need to make it work in the start in order for things to remain happy forever. With this article, you can turn the negative interaction cycle into a position one to save your marriage. If you find helpful this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.